Welcome to Preparing Data. This lesson is part of Module 04, First Fine-Tuning Project. Let's get started. Let's now look at Lesson 4.2, Preparing Your Training Data. Here we can see the tokenization pipeline. Let's now look at Overview. Here we can see the padding strategies. You've loaded your model. Now it's time to prepare your training data. This lesson covers loading your dataset from Module 3, formatting it correctly, creating efficient data loaders, and optimizing for your Tesla P40 GPUs. Duration, 30 minutes. Difficulty, intermediate. Let's now look at learning objectives. Here we can see the dataset statistics. By the end of this lesson, you will load your dataset from Module 3, format data with the correct chat template, create training and validation datasets, optimize batch sizes for Tesla, P40, handle long sequences efficiently, prepare data loaders for training. Let's now look at loading your dataset. Here we can see the data loader flow. Let's now look at from Module 3. Here we can see the attention mask diagram. You should have these files from Module 3, datasets, my project, train.jsonl, datasets, my project, validation.jsonl. Let's load them. Load training and validation data. Here's the bash code for this section. Starting with training examples, 120. Let's now look at inspect your data. Here we can see the packing versus padding. Look at first example. Here's the Python code for this section. Starting with Let's now look at formatting with chat templates. Here we can see the batch construction. Let's now look at apply chat template. Here we can see the response mask tokens. Your dataset has messages format. Now apply the Llama 3.1 chat template. Get tokenizer from lesson 4.1, assuming you have model and tokenizer loaded. Apply chat template. Apply to dataset. Here's the bash code for this section. Starting with begin of text, start header, ID system, end header, IDC. Let's now look at token length analysis. Here we can see the dataset map pipeline. Let's now look at check token counts. Here we can see the data loader workers. Check if any exceed max sequence length. Here's the bash code for this section. Starting with sequencer training token analysis, trajectoire. Let's now look at handling long sequences. Let's now look at truncation strategy. Apply chat template, tokenize and truncate. Apply if needed. Formatted .train dataset, .map, format with truncation, batched true. When to truncate. Long documents, summarization. Code examples can be very long. Conversations might cut off important parts. Better approach. Filter out overlong examples in Module 3. Let's now look at batch size optimization. Let's now look at understanding batch size. Batch size, number of examples processed simultaneously. Trade-offs, larger batch, faster training, more memory. Smaller batch, slower training, less memory. Let's now look at Tesla P40 recommendations. For Llama 3.23b instruct, 4-bit. AVG token length, batch size, memory usage, guax tondroiding. 200 tokens, 816, 12 to 16 GB, 200, 500 tokens, 48, 418 GB, 500, 1000 tokens, 2, 4, 16 to 20 GB, 1000, 2000 tokens, 1, 2, 18, 22 GB. Start conservative, begin with batch size 4, increase if memory allows. Let's now look at gradient accumulation. Problem. Batch size 1 is too slow, but batch size 8 doesn't fit. Solution. Gradient accumulation. Effective batch size, 2, 4, 8. This gives you large effective batch size without memory issues. Let's now look at creating the final dataset. Let's now look at Method 1, using Unsloth's training function. Recommended. Training arguments. We'll cover these in detail in Lesson 4.3. Create Trainer. Let's now look at Method 2, Manual Data Collator, Advanced. Create Data Collator, tokenized dataset. For this module, use Method 1, Unsloth's SFT Trainer. Let's now look at Save Prepared Dataset. Let's now look at Save for Future Use. Save formatted datasets. Later, load them. Let's now look at Verify Data is correct. Let's now look at Pre-training validation. Check 1, not empty. Check 2, has text column. Check 3, can tokenize. Check 4, reasonable lengths. Check 5, check for special tokens. Validate both datasets. Let's now look at Complete Data Preparation Script. Save as Notebooks, 03 First Training 02, Prepared Data to IPONB. Cell 1, Imports. Cell 2, Load Model and Tokenizer from Lesson 4.1. Cell 3, Load your dataset. Cell 4, Apply Chat Template. Cell 5, Analyze token lengths. Cell 6, Inspect formatted example. Let's now look at common issues. Let's now look at Issue 1. Key error, messages. Cause, dataset doesn't have messages column. Solution, check dataset format or use correct column name. Here's the Python code for this section. Starting with print dataset.column names. Use a check what columns exist. Let's now look at Issue 2. Very long examples don't fit. Cause, some examples exceed max .seq length. Solution, truncate or filter them out. Filter long examples. Let's now look at Issue 3, out of memory during data prep. Cause, loading entire dataset into RAM. Solution, use streaming or process in batches. Here's the Python code for this section, starting with dataset and storage load dataset, JSON, data files, file JSON, stri. Let's now look at data preparation checklist. Here's the bash code for this section, starting with data preparation checklist. Let's now look at hands-on exercise. Let's now look at exercise. Prepare your own dataset. Your task. 1. Load your dataset from Module 3. 2. Apply Llama 3.1 Chat Template 3. Analyze token lengths. 4. Validate data quality. 5. Save prepared datasets. Let's now look at key takeaways. 1. Load from Module 3. Use your prepared datasets. 2. Apply chat templates. Critical for correct formatting. 3. Analyze token lengths. Optimize batch size. 4. Start with small batch. Increase if memory allows. Use gradient accumulation. Get large effective batch size 6. Validate before training. Catch issues early 7. Save prepared data. Reuse for multiple training runs. Let's now look at what's next. Data is prepared. Now configure training parameters for optimal results. Continue to Lesson 4.3. Configuring training parameters. Let's now look at additional resources. Hugging Face datasets, SFT trainer docs, data collators, lesson complete. That wraps up preparing data. Well done on completing this lesson. See you in the next one.